This is JJ Bleday with the Oakland Athletics, and you're listening to Jim on Base.
Welcome back to another episode of the Jim on Base Show. We're here with JJ Bleday from the A's. And JJ, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, excited to have you on. And you're a fellow left-hander, right? So I got to ask, do you do everything left-handed? Because I throw right, but right-left, and so I'm kind of screwed up.
I do a lot of stuff left-handed, except throw the frisbee or play ping pong or tennis. That's all right-handed. Yeah.
I know there's a basketball hoop in there. So do you shoot left, or do you guys got any games in the clubhouse that you pull out?
I do shoot left-handed with basketball, and I'd say basketball is a good one, but a lot of the guys are just playing cards.
Do you get in on that? Are you good, or?
Sometimes. Usually when I'm bored, I'll kind of shoot around a little bit. I don't really like playing cards at the clubhouse. I usually do on the flights or something like that. Yeah.
And speaking of someone in the clubhouse, Tony Kemp, you're both fellow Vanderbilt guys, right? So did you know each other already before you got here, or how does that work?
Yeah, I've known Tony for a while now. Vandy legend, great guy to be around, and just a positive dude in the clubhouse.
And I knew I liked you already because you're from Danville, Pennsylvania, and I live in Danville, California. Okay. So I don't know. Did you know there's another Danville out there? Or?
Yeah, I knew. There was a bat brand, I think called M Bats or something like that, and they're from Danville, California. I remember that. Yeah, I remember seeing that on the bat. Yeah.
What kind of town is Danville, Pennsylvania? Is it a small town, or what was it like growing up there?
I was just born there, and I think I was there for a couple years. But I consider myself a Pennsylvanian, and where I grew up. I think a couple hours from where I was born, it was a small town, like 5,000, 10,000 people, if that. And a lot of outdoors, cold winters, but beautiful spring and summers, and just good fishing and good hunting.
So you can't do too much mischievous stuff then, because everyone knows everybody then, right?
Absolutely, yeah. You can't get away with much there.
What kind of hunting do you do?
I'm kind of getting into the hunting now, but I've been deer hunting. In 2020, I was able to do spring gobbler, and that was the most fun I've had. But we can't do that anymore because it's spring training and spring turkeys. Just you can't really do it when you're playing baseball. But I usually fish as much as I can. So usually on our off days or something like that, bass fishing and trout fishing.
You're married or engaged? I saw some pictures on your social media. So how did you pull off the proposal?
Yeah, I'm engaged. I proposed right before New Year's, the day before New Year's. And we were in the Bahamas. We were vacationing with her family, and we were on the beach, and pulled out the ring and popped the question. Yeah.
Nice setting too,
Yeah, it was good background. Had to do it on the beach.
Growing up in Pennsylvania, who were your favorite teams and players maybe that you looked up to as a sports fan?
Big Steeler fan and a big Pirates fan when I was growing up. I never got to see Roberto Clemente play, but that was always I would always watch his highlights. But I was a Pokey Reese, Jason Bay, Neil Walker, because he's from Pittsburgh, and that was just cool to see a hometown kid play for the team he saw growing up. Mainly those two. I wasn't really a big Penguins fan. I didn't really get into hockey till college. So, yeah.
Does being a pro baseball player now, does it kind of change your view of rooting for other teams like the Steelers, or can you still get into it from a fan point of view?
Definitely still a Steelers fan. Baseball, obviously, you can't really be a fan. You just got to, wherever you're at. But I'd say I'm still loyal to Pittsburgh sports, yeah.
And you played in the Cape Cod Baseball League, right? So I've had a few people on that have played there, and they always say basically the high level of competition. Mm-hmm. And I'm curious, did that kind of shape your path to the big leagues?
Yeah, I think it was a good eye-opening experience, because it's a wood bat league, and I think that's the biggest. There's not many wood bat leagues and wood bat competition in college, and that's when you take advantage of that in the summer when you're done with the season. That's the best preparation you're going to get to have an ideal professional experience. And Cape Cod's, I think, obviously the best in that regard with the competition. You get pitchers from all over the country and some of the best players in college conferences. So, and then it's fun. It's beautiful weather, great host families, and you're just able to kind of get an idea of how you can swing with the wood bat.
Well, yeah, what kind of adjustments do you do? I've always wondered that when from aluminum to wood. Is it a big growth period? It seems like everyone gets through it for the most part, right, I guess?
It's different for everybody. I always grew up hitting with the wood bat, training with the wood bat. So to me, it kind of came natural. I always loved the sound of it, and it's just more balanced because it's just one piece, rather than these 2 to 3. You never know what you're going to get with a metal bat. So it wasn't. It just depends, but it doesn't take long to get used to it.
Well, it's been great to see you here. You've been doing well. How's the adjustment to the Bay Area? And before getting to the big leagues, or?
Yeah, I was here last year with the Marlins, and towards the end of the year, and we had a good series, and I enjoyed this ballpark. And I'm not too familiar with California and the Bay Area, so I'm still kind of getting used to it. It's like it'll be overcast, and then it's just sunny randomly, and then I'll go out if we have a day game near the hotel, and I look over towards San Francisco, and there's like fog, and it's just like a beautiful day. I'm like, how is there fog? So it's definitely taken a little bit to get used to, but I'm learning. Yeah.
Well, glad to have you here. Thanks for coming on the show, and it was fun meeting you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.